Hey guys, before I'm going to tell you what happened the last 2 weeks, I first want to thank all of you, and especially our first Indiegogo backers from August 2020. So it's exactly 2 years ago that we started this company or this vision, and a lot of you are like 2 years here waiting for a bike, and it's a really big time, like to wait 2 years for a product or for a vehicle. But I guess now the time is coming where we're going to fulfill all remaining orders. So now I guess this year we're going to finally ship all Indiegogo bikes. It was quite a long journey. It was a difficult journey, but somehow we made it so far, and we only made it so far because of you. We have no investor, no big investor. We have no credit or loan, nothing. We just had in August 2020 the first crowd from Indiegogo, and then this year in Seed Match another crowd investing campaign. So everything that we managed to do here, it's just because of you. It's just because of the crowd, and that's why I'm always very thankful for that, and that's why I always try to do as many updates as possible, to be transparent as possible, because we have to be grateful for that, because it's because of you. That's why you have to be always updated. But in the update I have to start first with bad news for some of you, and then we're gonna have good news only. So as you see, we're getting slowly to a point where possibly more and more good stuff is happening than bad stuff, and I think that this is progress already. So the first and only bad news I have right now is that the certification papers of the Bonfire X are not yet at the Kraftfahrtbundesamt, so at the KBA, where it has to be approved. Reason is very simple. I have a very long explanation on German, because German customers, German officials, we know what's happening there. But the slow story, or the short story, is that we finished all the papers. We did our work. We described the document. We changed it. Every update we got, we changed it accordingly. But then on the last day, on Friday, 2 weeks ago, the results from one laboratory were missing, from the lab where the engine test was done. And this was done in July, so more than a month, 2 months ago. And it didn't have the results. So they couldn't send the papers to the KBA, because you cannot send not fully finished papers because the results are missing. And then my partner at TÜV, who does the certification or the papers, he went on vacation for 3 weeks. So for 2 weeks now there's no answer from TÜV anymore. So they just said the results are missing, we don't have them now, and we go now on vacation. Sorry for that, we cannot send your papers. We're gonna have to do it after the 3 weeks vacation. I don't have to tell you how angry I was, or how disappointed I was. It was not a good, not a good way to handle things, because we are working together, so we should help each other, and somehow this was not very helpful for us, because the certification is really important to be able to even ship the bikes, and now it just takes 3 weeks, 4 weeks longer just because someone is on vacation. This is just not acceptable for us, because my team, we are working our asses off, no vacations, just working, building, and then this happens and everything is again 4 weeks later. So it was just not a nice move, I would say, because we did our job. We finished all the tests, we passed them, we finished the documents, we did them. We tried to do our job as fast as possible, but then the process behind the scenes there is just so slowly, and this was really not nice. So this is the only bad news I have. But as you know, the bike is finished. It's safe. We did the papers. It's done, and now it's just they're gone on 3 weeks vacation, and we have to wait. But now the good news is the assembly of the Bonfire X is pretty well now. So it's really how it should be. Parts arrive. They are in a warehouse. We're gonna do pre-assembly. We're gonna do main assembly upstairs. I check the bikes. The bikes work as they should. I tweak some little things to make them nicer if I see something, and then I just store them here, and then they're picked up and shipped to a customer. In the last 2 weeks, it was exactly like this, and it was a really nice feeling, because the last 2 months we had always like some kind of parts missing, the battery boxes, and then the batteries, and then problems with TÜV, and then something takes longer again. It was really stressful, because a lot of things just didn't work, especially the assembly of the Bonfire X, because we always had problems in the OBD functionality, because the CAN bus communication did not work. But now everything is working. It's really nice, because now you just build the bikes and they work and they're nice, and you store them here. But we cannot ship them right now, because certification is not done yet. But this is the good news. And the funny thing is, why the bikes didn't work, it was just one part. It was a DC-DC converter. We had like 2 designs, 2 different types. They were basically the same, but there was like one little change inside them. And one of them somehow destroyed the CAN bus communication. Even though it's a different line, it's a different connection, somehow it had an interference or something, and it did not work. And until we realized that, because there were like 50% of the bikes working and 50% of the bikes not working, and we did not figure out like, why is this happening? And then it was really a DC-DC converter. Still don't know why, but we are happy. We know which one we have to use now, and now the bikes work fine. Since I'm speaking English here, the next topic I would talk about is the Bonfire X and the Bonfire S and Bonfire E and all the bonfires that we had in the past for the US customers. So right now what we did is we're going to build until September a lot of German bikes and a lot of bikes from Europe, because if we're going to build them here, we can still ship them like without certification or with certification soon to our customers, and they can still like enjoy some rides during nice weather. In the US, for example, if you're gonna build the US bikes now, until the US bikes are in USA, I think it will take at least 2 months, because we have to get first a location in a container by FedEx, and FedEx have to pick them up and then ship them. And as you know from our experiences with the parts from China, it takes over a month, nearly 2 months, until the bikes or some parts arrive from one place to another. And that's why these bikes can arrive sooner right now as a customer. We're like focusing right now on those bikes. So it's the Indiegogo Bonfire X that we're gonna build now first. And then probably around October we're gonna start building the US bikes, and then also they're gonna be picked up then by FedEx, because now we're gonna contact FedEx with the addresses that we have, and we'll ask for some offers that they can make for us, picking up the first bikes in October. So as you see, we're moving forward. As soon as I have more news there, you're gonna get more news. Connected with USA, the Switzerland bikes now. So for Switzerland, we needed some time to figure out how to do it, because it's not European Union. You have to export them, import them, the bikes. I tried to do it on my own. A lot of things where you have to register and get numbers and stuff. In the end, it was too much work, too time consuming, so I decided then after a few weeks we should do it with a company who has experience in it, and now we are figuring out a way how to ship it with a company. We have one in mind. We are already in discussion how to do it. If everything works out, I think we're going to stay with this company, and then in the future with the Bonfire X for Switzerland, this company will also like ship the bikes from Munich to Switzerland. So here we are also making progress. It's just pretty slow, I guess, because of summer, everyone's on vacation. But yeah, progress is made, good news. Then we're gonna be on 2 events in Cologne and in Amsterdam, and in the Netherlands. And on both occasions you can test ride our bikes, because on both events or fairs there is a test track where you can test electric vehicles. So if any one of you is in Cologne by the beginning of October, or in Amsterdam in the end of October, you can ride our customer service. We can send you a discount code, then you get a free ticket to the event, or even like both events. Then you can meet me or our team, you can test our bikes and check out some other bikes. And you have also the chance to ride the Bonfire X, Bonfire E and Bonfire S probably as well, but we guess we're going to focus on the Bonfire X, because this is like the most fun bike that we have here. So just write our customer service if you want to have a code for that event. And I always say customer service, but customer service means writing me, because I'm the customer service. So if you write us, most probably you will write with me in the end. And this is right now too much email writing. That's why next, or like this month already, September, we have September already, we're gonna have a new service employee, and he will gonna handle everything regarding service and questions. So soon there will be really a customer service where you can write, not especially me. I will be still available for videos, for updates, and also on the Facebook group. But I will try to focus, spend my time with other things, especially like building and finishing the bikes and making the bikes better every day. And last information is about the payment methods. We have Klarna now as well. As you know, we have split the payments in monthly payments. But disadvantage of split it is that you have a maximum order value of 5,500 euro, as I said in my last update. And what we found out, it's not possible to pay the installments in more than 6 monthly payments. So 6 months is the longest time you can pay for a bike. Yeah, and some customers want to have like a longer range, not just 6 months, but 12 or 24 months. And that's why we have Klarna. So in Klarna you can pay for every bike, for the Bonfire S, E and X. We also don't have to lower the maximum value, because with Klarna you can pay, I think up to 10,000 or something without problems. And you can go for 6 months, 12 and 24 months. But the disadvantage here is that it's not interest free. So you're gonna have to pay about 10 to 10% interest fee, which is quite a lot. So depending on what you want, split it might be better for you, but if you want to pay it in a longer duration, then Klarna is the better option for you. But in the end, Klarna is the more expensive option, because you have to pay interest fee. And as you know, split it is interest free, so 0%. This is the last information for you. I hope you're gonna enjoy the weekend. We have Friday today. Enjoy the good weather, and hopefully you're gonna have your Bonfire X soon. We are doing our job here. We are building the bikes. We're gonna ship them soon. Just wait for TÜV now to certify it, and then it's, I guess, business as usual, building bikes and shipping.